Welcome to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and what I want to do in this part is focus on getting the key buildings finished before winter comes in. We certainly need to get the heating plant finished and this pipeline. I would certainly like to get the university finished and also this fire station. It looks like the fire station is pretty close now. That is going to be the primary focus of this part, but probably as supplementary as we're going into winter is to try and get there's a lot of these roads gravelled up as well so that my trucks can move around a bit faster. I've also completed the distribution office, so we will be starting to set up our distribution process, although we're going to need to get this cargo station built. But before that, I need to talk about a few things. The first one is I'd like to say a big thank you for all of you who posted comments pointing out that I'd built all these residential blocks with the auto populate switched on. Now, for the 3 that I built, it wasn't particularly that important because I had to populate them anyway. But these 4 here, I've actually picked them up and put them down again with the auto populate switched off. So what we should be able to do as the population grows is expand into them, although I am accepting the fact that I will probably need to bring in some more immigrants to top up population losses as we go through the winter. Now, before I unpause the game and we start playing, I just want to talk about 2 things. The first one is that on the 8th of January 2021, if you're watching this in the future, the 0.8.3.18 patch update was released. Now, this was a small update that focused primarily on fixing bugs related to the update that was released back in December. But there are 4 entries in there that I just want to talk about. But for anybody with a current Let's Play, I think it'd be quite important to draw your attention to them in case you missed them. The first one is that they've added forklift support for cargo airport terminals. Now, I've got no idea what this actually means, but it looks interesting. And maybe later on when we get to building airport terminals, we'll take a little bit more of a in-depth look at that. Next one is going to be quite useful because it says workers are allowed to travel longer on construction office buses. For anyone who doesn't understand what that means, it relates to the fact that when a construction office bus picks up workers, the time it takes to travel to the job is taken as part of their workday. So if you've got a building a long way away from where the bus picks up the workers, you can end up with a result that by the time the bus gets to where the construction site is, they work for a very short period of time and then they quit. And so this change is going to be very useful if you are trying to push out your economy and build, let's say, buildings at a very long range from your original construction office. And it also means that existing construction offices that are built in a town can be more effective in supporting other processes. So we're certainly going to be looking to take advantage of that. Now, the next one is very interesting. It says decreased or slowed birth rate by 20%. But I can understand why they've done it, because if you watch my previous series, you'll be aware that I was getting swamped with over 21s, which was driving the need to grow the economy faster than it needed. And of course, that resulted in lots of unemployed workers. So I think maybe the devs have realized that they needed to nerf the birth rate a little bit. But of course, what that will mean is that there's going to be a bit more challenge growing the population when you first start out. Final one that I want to talk about in this update is it says fix construction office assignment to unreachable constructions. Again, if you watch my previous series, you'll be aware that when you've got buildings that may have a combination of footpaths and roads, the auto assign in construction office seem to be able to pick up buildings that had footpath connections as accessible. But of course, the trucks couldn't get to them because they needed road access. So it looks like very much they fixed a very key bug in the auto assignment, because one of the consequences if a building got auto assigned and the trucks couldn't get there, they would just sit there blocking off like loading points and other areas. And of course, the trucks won't be contributing to other construction problems. So I think that is quite a key fix. So that finishes the section on the update. Now the next thing I want to talk about is to do with the fact that the devs have said that they're going to give more frequent, possibly weekly updates on the progress of the next update. And they actually published a short overview of what's going to be in the next update. It's in something called Community 9. And it's a very interesting feature, which I must admit I'm really looking forward to. And I think someone actually posted a comment about this also. And what the devs are actually saying is that with trains, and I think it's possibly even ships, you're going to be able to allocate multiple cargoes to wagons of a similar nature. So if anyone not too sure what that means is, say for example you've got a train that's got the box cars and you want to move food and clothes to a location. Currently, if you do that, it's a bit pot luck if you do it, and quite often what happens is the train will load up completely with food or clothes and then ship it across, and so you've got no control over the distribution. And what the devs are implying is that what we will be able to do is say that if a train is got made up of a certain number of boxcars, 50% will be food and 50% will clothes. And I think more importantly, this is going to be really beneficial when you are trying to move products such as bitumen and fuel to export. Because again, one of the things I noticed with my previous Let's Play was that the fuel, whether the train picked up fuel or bitumen to export, was purely random. So what you can do now is set it to say, I want you to bring in fuel, and when you export, I want you to say 50% bitumen, 50% fuel, and that allows you to compensate for the ratios of possible overloads. So that is going to be a very interesting feature to explore once the new update comes out. I think on that point now, what we need to do is start the game rolling and see if we can get things built. Now, one thing I have finished since the last part is I've now got a distribution office. So one of the things we're going to need to do now is actually get this sorted out. You can see I've pulled over a few vehicles, and what I've done is I've set the gravel industry up and running, but before that, what I need to do is find the other gravel vehicle that's supplying stuff to here. So we're just going to find you. Where are you? He's stuck behind a... Well, maybe we'll just leave you now. What have I got in here? So one thing I do need to set up is we need to add you to there. And we're going to put the cement truck. Actually, we just do all. I'm gonna set it to 50%. Get you there. So that should get there. I've got a tanker truck in here as well. So the other thing we're going to need to do is switch on the bitumen and assign the here. And of course, we're going to need. I think we're going to push that up to about 50%. Let's see what the loading is. Yeah. So what that means is our little truck here will keep the bitumen flowing into there. We got this set up. Have I got anything else in here? And I'm not sure whether I've got this set up. More related vehicles. Right, we've got a couple of open holes here. And I suppose I better get this set up as well. So we're just going to come into here. You're going to unload. And you want steel, prefabs and boards. What we're going to do is come to here. Steel, prefabs, bricks and boards. And I think we'll push that up to 50%. What I do need to do though is make sure that I've got no other... all my where are you? And what we're going to do is get rid of that steel, because one of the problems if you assign trucks to a distribution office, products on them, what can happen is it just gets effectively blocked. So what we'll do is we'll just keep an eye on him and allow that to build. What have we got here? We've got no workers here. I think the problem I've got at the moment is all my workers are down here and here. So this is, although, yeah, so we need the workers in here now. What's that steel truck gone? There he is. We'll just let him come and unload. I think what we'll do is we'll just push that up a little bit, just to guarantee that he does unload. What we'll do is just push the smidge those bricks up a little bit as well. Because it says we've got no bricks in here, which is a little bit confusing. Speed this up a bit actually. Right. You, I want you into there. Right, I'm going to get these guys bringing bricks in. Because you need bricks, see? We need the bricks to finish off the fire station. The next thing I'm going to need here is the food supply sorted out. Right, what I'm going to do is get this truck, let this truck get into here and drop the food off. Again, what we're going to have to do is just do a little bit of fiddling here. I mean, he's got food in here. What we could do is just increase that a little bit. So you can drop the food off. What it should do is flow into that. Pause again. And we're going to assign you to the there. Hopefully, I think we'll put this stuff into the workshop, because what I want to do here is we're going to put mechanical components, food, clothes. I think that would be for the moment. And of course, we're going to have to put food, mechanical components, and clothes here. And how big's the capacity here? Just drop that down again. I think what we will do is we'll set this to 90%. Keep that going. And what I need to do now is find the truck. So you're okay. And you should be the refrigeration truck. Yep, you're the meat truck. I'm going to leave the meat truck on here just for the moment. Right, we've got our fire station finished. And what I'm going to do now is just send you down to there. Effectively, we've got our fire station has now got power protection. Going to reduce the workforce down a little bit once they move in, and what we're going to do is just reduce that workforce to 0. Going to reduce this workforce to 9 at the moment. And of course, they're going to have to go out and get some fuel. I just love this game sometimes. But that is built. Hopefully now, yeah, we've now got the workforce into the small custom ship. Not heating ship. And of course, what we're going to have to do is add coal into here. We've got 73 tons here. What have I got set for the 30%? That should be enough. And now the idea is going to be is that this distribution office will provide the supply of goods from here to these terminals here, especially once we got the warehouse built here, and the distribution office up here will provide the onward movement. And so what this distribution officer will be doing is eventually is picking up stuff from the customs office, dropping here, and anything for export which is dropped into here will come back the opposite way. And what I'm hoping is that by doing it this way round, and what I'm hoping is that by doing this way round, what we should have is a bit more of an efficient transport system, because goods will pile up in here and then they will be moved to the customs office in full load. So I'm going to end up with less congestion here. That's the theory anyway. Whether it works or not, we're just going to have to find out. Let's just keep an eye. Oh, I need to get some more roads built. Certainly want this put in, and possibly I think we'll connect that up as well. Because one thing I can do during this upcoming winter is get plenty of gravel roads laid out so that we can keep things moving. But also there's a road here that I want to put in. We just do that as well. Now, another thing I've done since the end of the last video is I put a large construction office over here. And eventually, once we've built the roads out here, I'm going to connect this construction office up and we're going to build it. And then this will become the road construction office, and this will be the primary construction office, getting all this built. But at the same moment, I don't want to push my luck too much. So this is going quite nicely. Need to keep an eye on the food situation. And we've got plenty of food in here. We've got the meat. And hopefully everyone is getting a bit happy. Now, they don't have access to hospital, but once we got the heating plant finished, the clinic here will be one of our next objectives. I mean, the gravel's building up quite nicely. Let me just check the cement plant. I think we're push you up to 90%. I'd like to keep this full. And the asphalt is doing okay. Come on, build this, please. See how quickly the gravel roads are going. Because, of course, we don't need workers for gravel roads. And, I mean, the money's dropping. We're going to have to start thinking about some way we can make an income as well, but that will be after our first winter. We've got to survive the first winter. That's going to be very important. And of course, we've got a couple of gravel footpaths in here now, which is improving the situation. Getting a few workers coming into here. Let me just check, actually. Where are you? I thought I'd picked you up. Right. Okay. I thought I'd got you. That just leaves me with the fuel. What's this? And the refrigeration truck. Oh yeah, you're carrying passengers up to there. That's good. I really do need to start using this line manager a bit more. I never really used it in the last part because I always felt it was a bit buggy, but I've been assured now that it's actually a little bit more efficient than it used to be. Wow, they've got that built pretty quickly. There's a lot of traffic on that just at the moment. I think what we're going to do is just put in, if we can get these roads connected here like that. I mean, I need this built as well, so we're just going to assign you. So we've now got our heating plant set up, but what we haven't got is the pipeline. What I can do is add the heating plant here. Of course, that means we're going to have to import coal, and actually, what's the storage capacity? 45 tons. It's not that far from the customs shed, so the real problem is whether I'm going to have enough dumper trucks to do this. We'll just see where it fills up. The alternative is that I take it off the distribution office and buy a dumper truck and just get it to ship the stuff in directly. I think my trucks are struggling to keep up with the gravel. Yeah, I think what we're going to just see that whether that truck's picking up. See if any of these are actually picking up coal. Yep, we've got a bit of coal coming in now. We'll be able to prime that system. And we've got the pipe finished. So what we need now is workers. This is where life could get a little bit interesting. Because of course we can't prioritize. Oops, no, unload workers. Don't want educated workers. Load. My educated people are precious at the moment, so, and hopefully, again, what I want to do is just try and avoid any long distance construction jobs for the moment until, I mean, how is our population going? We had 27 births, 14 deaths, 5 escapes. Well, that's obviously people are not happy with me. We've got a few unemployed workers. Getting the coal in here. We just need the workers in here now. How many jobs have I got now? We're just down to the... So I think we need to get that built first. I think if we can get the university built and the clinic, that will make everyone feel a little bit happier about themselves. Put that in just to keep the momentum going. Quite like the idea of putting in this one as well. If we can build this complex up here, that will make things go a little bit quicker. And of course we're going to need to put in a couple of footpaths here. Like that. And we can just allocate those in as well. So, get those built. Right, we have workers, we have heat, and I am very happy. And of course, one of the advantages of having the workers out here is that what we might be able to do is be able to use them to build this up here. Kind of would like to put a footpath through there. In fact, I think we'll allocate that as well. We get that connected there, then we can start thinking about building these up. And the question is, do I push on and try and build this up before this is finished? I think I'd rather keep the focus on this area here for the moment, just to get this built. I mean, we could plan our tourist area. So, for example, say we can dot footpaths, mud roads. Say, for example, we can come down here. In fact, what I will do, let's get that little bit built there. Build that there. And then take out a bit of road there. I mean, I don't really want to go to asphalt roads just yet. I know I should do, but I come close to here. They bring a road down to here. Allocate you to there. Again, I'm overloading the system a little bit too much now, so I'm just going to have to ease off a little bit on that for the moment. I mean, progress is going to be very slow, unfortunately, but that's the way it is. I'm not going to knock this fire station down just yet. I just want to leave that going for the moment. I think we're just knock that down to about 13 at the moment. Just want to make sure my shop... I think we're going to increase the number of people in the shop now. Okay, how's the population now? We're up to 500 population. Still getting the occasional escape. We're still holding against the births. 26 workers, no kindergarten. Wow. I think the problem with the kindergarten at the moment is the fact that we're not getting enough workers in here to do it. That's the way it's going to be. We'll probably have to put another kindergarten down here, so we probably need to get this road built. Or I could put it out here. Or kindergarten there. We could put kindergarten out here behind there. You see, I think 2 actual building construction projects at the moment is probably enough. All the guys are working hard. I want to check to make sure. So we just need a little bit more concrete and we'll have that up and running. What do I need here? 67 tons of bricks, 25 tons of steel. Maximum number of workers outside. I think we're probably going to need to build the technical office next. Are you guys catching up? Okay, you're actually catching up a little bit now. It's going to disturb the overall delivery process, but I think if we can gravel in these, make that connection, that's going to make things go a little bit quicker. Okay, you're built, you're built, you're built. They're coming down that road there, so I think we can put in and build that bit there as well. And we can connect this in with a footpath as well. How's the... We've still got spare capacity here. Don't quite need people in here. We've got this here. We've got need some professors. I'm waiting for professors. Do we have anyone that's... I think what I might do is Gospel Small Shopping Centre. It's only got 34 workers. Oh, we got some professors in. That's good. I think what we will do is just decrease this a little bit. I want higher education, but at the same time, I don't want it to drain everything away. We'll just get down to 10. I don't think we've got that many. Let's have a look. I mean, education-wise, let me just see. Got 63. So we've still got quite a lot of uneducated people. Or it says they're uneducated. It could be the fact they're under 21. So this is now being built. So what we're going to need to do now is allocate you. I want that. I want the technical services built. Although, strictly speaking, yeah. The difficult call because part of me says I want to get on with this. But at the same time, if we could get that built before the winter really gets in, but it's only going to be a few months. Okay, let me just see. Start with culture. No staff. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to allocate one of you to construction office. Now I'm going to cancel this. I don't think we're just going to have to risk going through the winter without snowplows. The distances aren't that great, and I think the real difference is going to be the gravel roads. If I can get the gravel roads built, I mean, it could be a bad decision, but we get that built and allocated in. These guys are certainly not hanging around. And I think we're going to go for the big one here. Get that built. Because we can get this built, I can then start planning my tourist area here. I think we're going to try and make money from tourism and clothes and alcohol here. We need to do that. The other problem I've got is these as well. That's true. If I'm going to make these factory connections, I'm going to need a roller and a paver. And this is actually full. So what have I got in here? Got dumpers. We got... I mean, we don't have that much. We've got 2 open holes. I could pull away the bulldozer. I think what we're going to do is we're going to do a test. I think if we assign that bulldozer, the trouble is there's going to be a lot of gravel delivered to here, so this is going to be quite a long road. This road is finished, so I don't think I'm going to put in any more. We'll keep the one big road here, which I can build through the winter. And then what we'll do is a number of small projects here. I certainly want that built. Right, the gravel's been built, but we don't have the asphalt. Right, what we're going to do is send you to there. And what I'm going to do is buy paver. I'm probably going to have to really micro this at the moment. Okay. Because what we may have to do is pull trucks out of here to do the paving. If I can do the battery connections here, what we could do then is put the paver and the roller in back into there while I build the other roads. Although I could, because I don't really want to start asphalting the roads till we got this online. How are we doing? Plenty of coal. This is now built. We're going to need to get a couple of ambulances in there. So what we're doing construction wise at the moment for buildings, got a block of flats and battery connections. I think what I'd like to do now is, I think we're going to build the warehouse. If I can build this warehouse, what we can do then is move the mechanical components from here to here. Check. In fact, what I could do is, how much have I got? You don't need mechanical components. What we're building here, you don't need mechanical components. So what we'll do is we'll just take off that. So all we're supplying to here now is food and clothes, because we don't need mechanical components. Culture is becoming a little bit of a problem. 12 citizens, electronics, spirituality. Well, we got sport here. I think we've just got a little bit of a shortage of workers because we've now got this here. Yeah, we're out of, there's no professors. I think what we're going to do is we're going to invite some experts. No, let me just think. Now we'll get this built here first. And then what I'll do is I'll put some experts in here, and we're popular. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll get this built, and then what I'll do is I'll get educated people in here, and I'll allocate them to the small theatre and the university. Because I think what's happened is we don't have the higher education at the moment. I mean, I could bring in some here. It costs me money though. It's going to cost. So I bring in third world people. I think we're going to have to bring in some educated people into here. I didn't really want to do this, but we do need doctors and professors to keep this going. Otherwise, people are not going to be happy. Let me click on these things. You get a bell ring. We need asphalt here. Why are you not delivering asphalt? What's up with the asphalt problem? Cannot export asphalt. I think he's just going up to pick some up, isn't he? Yep. Okay. I just want to see if I can micro these in. Yeah, I think this is working. We're bringing the workers up to here. Road connections. We haven't quite got any snow yet, which is good. And customs warehouse, unfinished road, unfinished road. We've got 3 unfinished roads. I don't want to load any more onto the system just at the moment. Oh, everyone's staying nice and warm and toasty. This is nearly built. We've got just over 500,000. Yeah, we got some uneducated people in here now. Who are you? You're 17. You're just growing up a little bit. Few workers in here. this is coming together quite nicely. This road is now built, which is good, because that means we've now got this connection here. I think getting our roads out this way will be quite useful. In fact, I think what we're going to do now is, now I've got that road, can I? Yeah, look at that. That's great. Going to push this through to here. Why aren't you delivering asphalt to here? Ah, I was waiting for an excavator to do the gravel. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe I do need a second construction office here. Yeah, see, as soon as that's finished, we've now got our paver down here. But what will probably happen is that once the asphalt's laid, then we'll need a roller. Put this in here. I think what I will do is we'll just buy a roller here. Put that in there. Just check. Apologies for my paranoia, but I think this will be the last really long road that I'm going to build. What we're going to need to do is try and keep some of these gravel road construction projects relatively short, so I can keep the excavators circulating. I think getting these built is going to be more important than anything else. Yeah, so you're waiting for asphalt. That's okay. I mean, these factory connections are long-term projects. I'd rather have this up and running first. Yeah, this is coming along really nicely. I mean, it won't be long before the snow arrives and everything will slow right down. Wouldn't mind getting get this built, and then we'll build up this way so that we can connect in that one. We'll build out across here. And especially, how far out is my... I think what I might do is put a road across here. I want to keep it far enough away so that we can build on both sides. And maybe we'll just put a road through there. And what that should do, when that's built, that should bring this within range of fire protection. Fire trucks will be able to come out right through here. And let me just see, how many jobs have you got now? So you're now down to the factory connection and 2 unfinished roads. We've got a tiny little bit left of asphalting. Here comes the snow. This is where everything's going to slow up dramatically. Very dramatically, actually. Luckily, when you're building in the winter, you can see the difference between mud roads and gravel roads. The fun starts with the difference between... Oh, we've got some... You can see here, no one lives here. And what I'm going to do is we'll invite some immigrants from the Soviet bloc. We're going to get 1, 2, 3. And we're going to get a whole load of educated people in here as well. And what we're going to do is assign you to there and there, with probably the bigger proportion going to there. And what that means is we'll start getting more educated people here. We'll have there's more people doing the culture. And I know some of you will say, well, that's a bit of a waste, but this has only got a population of 60 people. If you think about it, we've got 10 staff, 20. Effectively, it would take the entire population of here to keep this going 24 hours a day without the inclusion on here as well. So if you think that's to keep both of these going 24 hours a day, it requires 75 people. So this is actually smaller, but what this will do is guarantee at least there will always be some people in here. Well, that's the idea anyway. because I do really want to get my higher education going. There we are. Look, see, we got it there going there nicely. And we got our teachers, and the kindergarten's going quite nicely. Okay, jobs. What have you got? Got unfinished factory connection, and this is where we need the truck. I think what we can do is send you there and send you there. Open hole, open hole. So I don't think at the moment I need covered holes for what I'm building, because everything is bricks and boards. We won't need a covered hole again until we allocate something that requires mechanical components, and I don't think at the moment mechanical components is, just have a look. Oh, you need mechanical components for your factories, but I don't think I'm going to need you for these, am I? What I'd like to do is get these built first, and the meat store isn't particularly that. One thing I haven't got built is a road here. I certainly want that built. Bit of a fail there. Any other roads I've missed? That's the gas station. Gas station is good. Okay, you're nearly finished. Yeah. Going like a train at the moment. Good. Just keep everybody busy. As long as we got the paver there. I think what we will do now is just allocate another one to here and see if we can get these factory connections built. A few more bricks and you'll be ready to go. Of course, everything's moving a lot slower than it should do. How's the... Everybody happy? No one's cold? We've got problems with 118 with food. Yep, I knew it'd happen. I need emergency supplies of food to here. What's gone wrong? When I've got trucks here with... Why aren't you delivering food to the warehouse? It should be delivering food, 90%. Did I... Oh, I didn't set it. Ah! Big fail on my part there. Okay, we're going to get a bit of a problem now. We're going to need to get all the boys working hard on this. I mean, I could save the population. Of course, it's the middle of winter. Where's the one? Where are you? Right, what we'll do is give you that you have the one-off drop, and then I'll send you back to the depot. Oh yeah. Population. Come. Life-saving truck. Get in here, deliver the food. It's only 6 tons, but that will solve the problem. Come in. And here we go. Right, you back to the depot. think we're going to increase that a little bit so that we can make sure everyone's getting foods in here. Oh, that was a close thing. So that should, once these people have got in and got some food, have some effect. And we just have a quick look. We need to check our happiness. 76%, 79, 52% food. Alcohol, okay. Clothing is good. Yeah, happiness is a bit low, but then I've just abused them. So, of course, that means that there's no workers now, which is going to slow up this production. Because they're all now going to be rushing to get the food. Right, we've got our education going, got some culture going. Not few page people being treated, but of course it's winter. Education is. I'm just going to bump the education up back up to 10 now. I think I'm going to need to think about putting in another kindergarten, because this is heading up as the population grows. Come on, guys. Oh, this road is nearly finished, so once we got this road finished, I think I will put a kindergarten, say about here. Let me get this behind. That footpath's in the way for that university. I could put it here, but I don't want to do that until that road's finished. I could just squeeze it on the back here. But what I will do is we'll just upgrade that road first, though. Get that built. You come in here. What jobs have we got outstanding now? So we're working purely. Oh, this is finished. We'll just get that sorted out. So we got our factory works here. You're waiting for bitumen. You guys need a job. I think what we're going to need to do now is get that built so that we can start sending the stuff in here. Oh, we got our first global event. So the price of iron ore in the global market rises up. Well, we're not importing iron at the moment. How did that say? It seems prices may take several months before returning back to normal. So this is the beginning of our global events. So that could be significant going forward. If we get this built, so I think at the moment we're just happy with what we got here. How many roads have we got? Got one unfinished road. I think what I'd like to do would be to, if I can see a road that I can do. That's the concrete plant there. I think what I'd like to do is do that bit there. Get that built. Any other bits of gravel, mud road around here? Once we got this built, we can then mud road in this bit here, because what our trucks will be doing is delivering to here as opposed to coming into here. I wouldn't mind doing some of these sections as well. I think maybe we'll just keep filling in this center part of town, actually. So we'll just come in here. We got the food supplies are working good. This is now finished. This is being built. I wouldn't mind sending, I think we'll build this. Oops, don't want railways. Just put in this little bit here. Don't want to fund, we want to allocate. If I can do that, I can then build this road out to here. I think somebody mentioned about getting these bridges built. We will get them built, but at the moment they're not a priority. Because our real priority, once we got our economy set up and we got some money coming in, will be to get this built up so that we got there. But we're going to need the workforce to work all these components as well. And of course, the other thing we've got up here is a sawmill and an open store and a wood cutting post. So we need that. We could get that going relatively quickly, and then hopefully, but then I'd have to build out this way. Actually, I think what I'm going to do, this road is finished, isn't it? What we're going to do is put a temporary road out about there, and I think if I start gravelling in those sections, that will make things a bit easier to get out here. Okay, how are we doing? We'll see this area is taking priority. Oh. One of the advantages of building near the town is the workers just walk to the job. Once there's the resources there, what you'll see now is because the gravel's here, you'll see workers will voluntarily turn up to work on that job there. Actually, how many unemployed people? I've got 32 unemployed people at the moment. So we're going to need to keep the population growing a little bit. We've got a population of 668. We've got no more escapes. Got 1 death, 3 births. We've got 288 people in education, which is probably pretty good because we've got 346 actual workers out of a population of 669. So it means all our workforce are educated. That's it, yep. Okay, we got battery connection. I think we're definitely going to need to have this tech office built by the next winter. Just get rid of that, actually. As part of my resolution for this Let's Play is to keep the messages under control as well. Actually, let's set this up. We got this built. What would I want to bring into here? We're certainly going to need to bring crops in and alcohols. We probably won't store. Well, I think I'll. And let's just have a look at this. I think for the moment we don't need plastics. We're going to need fabric. We won't need chemicals. Because what we're probably going to be doing is bringing crops in here. And oh, we do need fabric, don't we? And we need fabric for the clothes factory. Then we're going to produce clothes and alcohol for export. And of course, we're going to need also alcohol for our tourist industry down here, which is what we will be working on in the next part. How's the road situation? Unfinished road. How's the factory connection? For some reason, we're not really getting... Why are you not delivering asphalt? What's the problem? I suppose what's probably is that all my dumpers have been allocated to other jobs, so this is finished. I think what we will do is we'll allocate the kindergarten. There's no harm in having another kindergarten down here, which will keep all my workers busy. Yes, there's 5 workers unable to do that. Electronics, hospital. There's 16 citizens not able to participate in sport. Yes, so without service. So it looks like we've actually got more people trying to get sport than do so. Let's just come into here, sport. Maybe I can put something in that's a bit more substantial. Sports playground. You've got 2 workers. You've got 5. You put a bowling alley in. That needs... I think if we put a... Wow, that's big. That's a very big building. What we could do is put the gymnasium down here. Put a gymnasium here. Or actually we could put... Now I think what we might do is go for an athletics club, because the athletics club can fit in, say, about here, alongside of the... So if we put the athletics club there, and we'll allocate you. And we're just going to build this up, build this out. Yeah, I think we got a bit of a problem here with the... We're not getting asphalt delivered here. Why are you not delivering asphalt? I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. You can come out to there and you can build that. I think we may have a bit of a problem here. Oh no, it's finished. He was just waiting for that last little bit of thing, and what we should do now is get the roller being transported. Where's the roller? Where are you? Oh, he's actually on the back of a truck. Just couldn't see him. Let's just get that built in. And I think what we need is this connection. So what we're going to do is allocate, get that built, because there's no point getting this set up if we don't have the connection to there. Right, I've just noticed that I'm starting to go over long on the video, so this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, I think we will start planning our tourist area. I think what we'll most likely do is try and get it into this corner here, so that it should still be in range of this heating plant. So maybe we'll have a hotel here or something, and then what we can do is then expand it down here, but we may have to bring in another heating pipe. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.